Listen up, this is a true story. Now, get your pad and a pen. Let's start taking some notes, because school's in session, and hopefully you will learn a goddamn thing. While William and Chris break SEO down and chop it all up. Okay. Hey yo. So many SEOs, they be hating on me, saying I'm stealing the methods. How can't you see? They bitch, they cry, but they can't believe how much better I am. Yo, looking at my team, Blackhead SEO haters, they scared since I came. Last year I was a nobody, now I be dominated the game. Most wanted, no competition, they going insane. My skills out of this world, owners love my name. All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God. I can get in, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skill we got.
All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God. I go get it, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skills we got.
Act like you know better, going to heaven, yeah. You good at pretending, lying. You're a goody goody that's offending. Dressing well, laughing in a paradise. It's clever, but I'm real, yeah. I'm sitting in my black hoodie, black Tim's on me. Now that shit is goody. Getting them Benjis like Cuba, getting them goodies. Yeah, foes, SEOs hate cause I'm standing. I be out here on some strict shit. No sleeping, yeah. Work hard to make it click. Profits on the way, bank got my drip. Walk in a bank, close it down so damn fucking quick, yeah. All of my projects they buy, I'm a rep devil of God, yeah. I go getting, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they acting like they forgot the blackhead SEO skills we got, yeah. I get results, I don't waste no time. That's why my peers hating, yeah. I hear them crying. All of you SEO frauds, get in line. I'ma make you scream, cause all of those gigs are mine. I ref, I'm talking to you, you lying little bitch. Fuck you and your crew. How's that mama couch comfy for you? Pathetic little loser, what you gonna do? I'm talking to you, tell me what you gonna fucking do. Focus on becoming like William Jones, SEO. Stop with the bullshit, you suck at your job. Stop hating on me and kiss the ring of the fucking king, bitch, of the fucking king. All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God. I can get in, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skill we got.
All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God. I go get in, climbing the top, while haters they flop, yeah. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skills we got. All of my projects they pop, yeah. I'm a rep devil of God, yeah. I go getting, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skills we got, yeah.
What's up? What's up?
Man, how are you?
Good. Doing good, brother.
Looking like you just got off the golf field, you know? That's what it looks like. Looks like you were out golfing all morning. Or all day, I guess. What time is it right now? I always forget.
All day.
What is it?
It is 9:02 p.m. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock at night. Wow. Yeah, I was telling
It's 9 o'clock in the evening.
I was telling Kel, I said, man, you know, we should go to the Philippines. I was like, it looks pretty warm there right now. Because it's like 30, 34 degrees here. You know? So that's pretty cold. That's
I was up at like 7 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock was the GMB Pros, and then after that was Holly, then after that was the CTR, and then I tried to go to sleep, couldn't go to sleep because of the sheer fact constructions right out my window right now, trying to finish up the gym. So let's see.
Madness. Complete madness. That's a lot of it's not like that every day though for you, is it?
No, it's not like that every day. So it's just Black Friday week or whatever, and everybody's wanting specials and all that stuff. So I'm having to run all that. We've signed up probably 30 something new SEO clients this week. So
Cool.
So we're just getting warmed up. So it'll be good. Tomorrow at GMB Pros, we're going to be running, we'll have Jesper coming in talking about Twitter moments and Twitter SEO, if you will. So
nice.
If everybody can hear me, give me a 1, because I'm getting, Chris, you sound choppy, and I want to make sure everybody can hear us and stuff. Yep, you can hear us. Great. Okay. I don't ever know. Maybe it's just my damn headset, but I have a Facebook user already came in here asking a question. Saw somewhere that multi-login was good for use for managing GMB profiles. Which profit service should I use to make sure that all my profiles are safe? At the moment, I only have 4 that need to manage. To me, you're safe at 4. It's not like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 accounts. I generally just log into them utilizing different accounts.
Yeah.
At 4, I'm surprised you're even going the multi-login route. When you get up to the 50, 150 mark, then you got to start taking a little, I mean, I think I ride just in my normal account.
It's a lot of work.
I think I got 37 of them just sitting in here. Now they all log into through different accounts. But all of these ones I think are USA. Yeah, USA. As long as they're on the, I don't happen.
There you go. You went out and had to kick you out and bring you back in because it was choppy.
Oh man, really? Yeah, I mean my connection is pretty good.
Yeah,
is it better now? Is it better?
Yeah, I don't understand. It's that way sometimes. Sometimes it's not.
Here, I can refresh this if you'd like.
No, it's okay.
Is it good? Okay.
You're good. As long as everybody can hear you, as far as I'm concerned, you're good. So, but you should be pretty good. All right, let's see. All right, I wanted to know. Here we go. This is a question. Somalia. I wanted to know how to create a promote GMB listing for a new creative agency.
I wanted to know how to create or promote a GMB listing for a new creative agency. So you're asking 2 separate questions there, right? So the first question is, how do you create these particular listings? Well, one way is to buy them maybe from William. Another way would be, I mean, I know that there's I'm running a special. I could show you how to do it. That's one way to create them. Another way to promote it, though, I mean, I think there's a plethora of ways to promote. So you can go the organic guerrilla way approach, like me, 4 years of consistent and persistent uploads on YouTube, being very active in multiple forums under multiple profiles and building up referrals, right? That's one way to promote yourself. Probably not the smartest way, but it's the only path I saw that was successful at the time, right? The only guys I saw winning were the guys pumping stuff out. So it's the only path that I could take to win. I mean, other than that, if you got some money, you could go what 99.9% of everyone else does is purchase traffic. So you can either go the hard way, right? Which I don't recommend. Or you can put some money behind you and really promote yourself and target yourself and help people do both things together. Yeah.
One person Facebook user says, I just want to get the best practices. I'm used to using what? Yeah, it's about the proxy service. What's the best proxy service that you recommend when getting up there?
I mean, I think there's good proxy services. Like just off the top of my melon, if I'm going for IPv4, I use Blazing. Like if I'm just using data center, I'm going for Blazing. If I'm looking for IPv6, I go Proxy Million. If I'm looking for more cheap ones, there's like ProxyNet or whatnot. Another good one, if I'm going residential, sometimes I'll go for Bright Data, I think they're called. They used to be another company. I think that's what I've been using for residential. And then when I'm going for mobile, it just who's running the special. I don't really care. Like sometimes I'll go to Proxy Rack. Sometimes I'll go to RSOX. Sometimes I'll go to. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Whoever sends me the coupon in the emails that when it's time for me to get a new one, whoever's willing to give me a deal at that second, that's who I'll go with. I don't care.
This guy says, Somalia, I'm already registered on GMB. What I want to have is phone calls or messages or inquiries. So it seems like it's a brand new GMB. They're just getting started out. So,
well, if you've created a brand new GMB and titled it properly, got your business name in there and optimized it from the door, generally depending on the niche, obviously, I see a lot of first page, not top 3 positions, but like you should be showing up in those top 10 if you've done a lot of the steps properly. Usually if as long as you can get your name in there and as long as you can get it optimized, as long as you can get some initial traffic to the asset, when I'm issuing these, they usually pop right out for me. Yeah.
Sounds good. So you get much. When are you? Okay. See, what Black Friday specials are you going to be dropping personally, Chris? When are they going to start dropping?
Yeah. What's the date for Black Friday? Like in everyone else's mind,
Friday.
Like, what's the date? Yeah, what's the date though? So it's this Friday, right?
The 25th. Yeah, the 25th. Well, most people run on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Cyber Monday has their own things.
Okay. So yeah, I see everybody talking about the 29th. So okay, so we're gonna say the 26th. So I guess today would be a good enough day. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna bundle a couple of things. So I think I'm gonna make 3 separate bundles is what I think I'm gonna do. Like a cheap, a mid, and a high. And really what I'm gonna be doing is just putting trainings together. I think I'm going to also bundle in the local SEO testing group. And then on the top tier, we're going to go for, I'm just going to probably take all the best stuff, like all the trainings, plus give a month of the group, plus give the verification method for this number. I think that's what I'm going to do personally.
Yeah, make sure you drop it in the group because people keep asking.
Are we talking about in the public group?
Just anything, honestly. People are always asking. Not just the stuff me and you talk about, but drop it in the free group, the Google My Business Help group.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never try to go in there. Sometimes I'll pop in there. I think I'll answer questions, but I try not to. I mean, I wouldn't drop promotional things in my group, so I wouldn't do it to yours. I'm sure William will be right back. So let's see here. I see a question in here. Do I need to post daily basis like we do on social media? Do I need to post every single day? I don't think you need to post every single day. I don't think that that's necessary. I think if you're sharing out those posts, I think if you have other active social medias, it could be beneficial. But the true metric here is, and a lot of people are doing it, like you're doing all those posts and you're getting some visibility and you're getting eyeballs on them. It'll say views, but honestly, how many clicks do they generate? Right? So that's the question. So how many clicks? And if you're putting call in there, how many clicks does it generate? So if you're getting a high click rate on these, then I would definitely post a lot. But if you're just getting a whole bunch of views, and nobody's taking action, then I would just try to stay consistent with the top competitor. So if they're posting 3 times a week, I'd go 4. They're posting 4 times a week, go 5. If it's customary for everyone in your industry to post every day, I'd post every day. So I would just take a look.
I'm back.
What's up? Where'd you go?
Gee, 26. It's 26. What's 26? What's she referring to?
I have no idea.
Sure. Yeah, there we go. Do I need to post on a daily basis like they do on social media?
Yep, I just covered that one. I say no. I think you just need to outperform the top competitor. I a lot of people do different things. For me, it's time. If you're auto posting it, then who cares? But I mean, if you're going in there as a business owner and you're literally doing it, it's all about ROI. You might see a lot of views. There's no actions being taken. Why would I go in there every single day and dedicate time to that? If you could set up auto posting, why not? But you just want to outperform your top competitor. The average is 3, do 4. It's that easy.
No, there's 26 of November. They were saying, telling us. Thank you, Palmer.
Sure.
And Facebook user says, is CTR manipulation still valid? I don't know what you think, Chris.
I think yes. The CTR might not be as important as the actual traffic itself. I think that the traffic is where it is. Traffic manipulation is more important because as I'm running more and more and seeing more and more, there's something with the traffic that's a lot more valuable than just the clicks. But the clicks, they do, yes, they're relevant. Yes. The answer is yes, definitely. For sure. Let's not be crazy now. There's been a lot of updates though.
Let's see. Any more questions? Keep y'all's questions coming through.
Let's see here.
Let's see. Thank you. November 26th. Yes, thank you, Palmer. CTR manipulation, of course. Definitely still vital, still usable. Hey, guys, do you have any e-commerce SEO tips or e-commerce tips for websites on e-commerce?
Stefan, I don't generally run e-commerce campaigns personally. Maybe William. I mean, have you ever done this, or more than just one time or one client? Uh-oh. Really?
Let's see here. As it relates to traffic manipulation, there's a tool out there called Traffic Fuel by David Sprague. Could this be for traffic manipulation? Never used it. I would, if I was you, I'd say test it. And then once you test it on your own assets and then see if it's any good or not. I'm not going to be able to recommend something I have never personally used per se. So if I haven't used it, can't recommend it. There you go.
Is that a little better?
It's 1,000 times better. That's why I disappeared, because I'm like, is it my headset? Because it's on Bluetooth. I switched headsets. I was like, no, it's still going.
Yeah, all I did was just refresh.
No, crazy. And they hear you fine. It's not them, it's me. All I hear is like a robot, like. And then you keep freezing like you're doing the robot from like the 1970s or 80s or whatever that was. So,
oh man,
have you used a tool called Traffic Fuel by David Sprague? I've never used it, never even heard of it. So, but no. Traffic manipulation, yeah, I told him I couldn't recommend something. Don't know nothing about it. Test it, use it yourself. Yeah, I got
Traffic
y'all laughing.
fuel, huh? Is
Yeah,
this the
Chris
guy that
dances in it. Yeah,
the
Chris
Facebook
dances in that
user
video.
is David
So
Sprock?
probably.
He's like, I just made this bot. Have you used it? I launched it yesterday. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh no? Well, there you have. Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. Yep,
There's
launched
a
it
guy.
yesterday.
There's a guy I found out that actually lives over here in the Philippines. He contacted me. Actually builds bots, and apparently Holly gave him a shout out. Went through his timeline looking, of course, and Holly had given him a shout out because she tested one of his tools. His name is Dean B-Man. No, that name ring a bell?
Dean B-Man
Dean. Mm-hmm.
doesn't.
Yeah, he creates a lot of bots for Reddit and YouTube and a bunch of other stuff. So he's just now getting the SEO community. He does a lot of black hat type stuff. So apparently, so man, I'm supposed to be talking this weekend, huh?
Is he the Blackware guy?
No clue.
Oh,
He's messaged me a while back, and then for some reason I messaged him today. I got curious because he commented on my post, and then went and looked at it, found he creates some bots that I've been actually wanting to create, and then messaged him. So, but
good.
Yeah, he lives in the Philippines too, so that's even better.
better.
Facebook user as it relates to traffic manipulation. Yep, you already got that one. Sorry. Keep the questions coming and we will answer them. Yeah, in regards to Black Friday, I almost said Black Hat Friday. What I'm just saying, besides what me and you are doing, anything that you want to personally drop, feel free to drop it in the group. I'm not like everybody else, so just drop them. Just drop stuff in there because people are asking. Like, what's Holly coming out with? What's Chris coming out with? They're like, it's like Black Week for me. It's not Black Friday. We're dropping offers all week long. So,
all right. So you don't care. Yeah, you're not like that. Like, like you don't care, man. You care.
Just go for it.
But you don't care. So, like, you wouldn't just like willy-nilly let anybody jump in there, but
nah. Yeah. Just
go
for it. Go for it. I have one friend. He says, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "How many times do I got to tell you? You don't have to ask for permission. Just drop the bitch in there. And if I say something, then you'll know you crossed the line." But most people don't cross the line, so. But nevertheless, Somalia, you got you laughing, I guess. Yeah, Chris does the robot dance in one of the videos, I think, or something.
I like this name, Somalia.
Yeah,
I
Somalia the photography.
I picture two things in my mind when I hear this name. Right? Like I picture this like exotic, like I can see bright blue eyes, or I could see like those ladies that wear those like veils.
Yeah,
and the eyes are peeking out, and you can tell they have like beautiful eyes, and they don't say anything. Yeah. I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And they're just like, kind of looking at you. I'm like, "Oh, oh."
That was my wife when I first met her. If she was like wearing a veil and all you saw was her eyes, I was like, "Yeah, there's a reason why you were covered. You're beautiful."
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and they're usually like big brown eyes.
Yeah,
that's what I picture when I hear that name.
For me, it's more like mystery. Good morning, Holly. She was really tired last night because she'd been up since 3 a.m. And once again, she's still up early. Probably didn't even. Matter of fact, she messaged me early this morning, so I know she didn't get any sleep.
Holly's like a normal person.
She doesn't get much sleep too. Yeah,
she's nice.
Most people are very I was reading something to somebody the other day. I said, if you actually looked in most successful people, or let's say millionaires or people that actually have money, they have a very boring, normal life. It's nothing crazy or nothing. You don't see him driving around in Lambos every day and shit like that. It's very normal.
Yeah, no.
They walk
Well,
outside with the wrong color socks on and all that craziness. They're just normal people. They ain't got no superhuman powers except like Holly got a freaking work ethic. Like, I don't know what, man. She's like, I was trying for 250 sites this weekend, but I only got 100. It's like, really? Only 100? You know, like that was a disappointment.
how
Only
is
100.
the news site stuff going after the update? Do you have any news
I
sites of your own, William? You just use
No,
the
I
network,
run
right?
it. I run everything through her network because to me it's pointless. I was originally going to buy, let's say, 100 of them or whatever, but it's pointless. I don't want to do that. I don't want to maintain them and everything.
Yeah, I know.
I'd
Exactly.
rather let her do that shit. She wants to do it, and she can do it.
She's got like the, like all the servers. Yeah, I'm sitting there. She's very nonchalant about extreme awesomeness. I'm like sitting there and she's like, oh yeah, I got these 240 servers here, and I just click this and then I do this, and I'm like dumbfounded.
Yeah,
Like,
she was showing
that's
those
it.
on the Reddit today when I was going over the Reddit and the patch with her and the servers, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm just yeah, they're $6 each, and then it's got 6 here and another 6 here and another 6 here. It's like a whole army of servers.
She's very
Facebook
polished
user.
too. I noticed when she said when she was going to have the offer, she said, I'm going to show you the demo and then I'm going to show you the results.
Yep.
That's not.
That's what she did. She came back from Vegas and then she did that for me and showed it to me. She's like, well, I'm not going to do 100 because none of these other things will be on page 1 if I do 100. So, and I was like, yes, please don't do 100.
Do you know anybody that sells bulk Moz APIs?
No, not that I'm aware of. I can ask my peoples that I know. Facebook user, can you give us your opinion about GSA content generator? That's
my honest opinion is I've seen a lot better content recently. There's so many, there's some pretty cool tools out there now. I mean, GSA content generator was probably not going to achieve the type of results that if you're new school, like if you're new to this and you've been playing around with these AI tools, it's not going to be what you're used to.
yeah.
I mean, this is old school spam stuff. It's pretty dirty. I mean, I use it sometimes, not GSA content generator, but like Content Machine, like the old school stuff. I use it, but I don't really care that much.
I seen you. I was like, even you and Holly both. Is like you're supposed to be in bed last night, and you weren't even. You're up at 2:00.
Well, time. I got I saw something, and I thought to myself, oh, I didn't realize that this was mainstream now, so I decided to make a video.
Yeah, that's what
I thought. Like I'll be doing stuff for quite a long time, and then I'll just decide to myself, like I'll see somebody do something, and I'm like, oh, normal people are doing this. Okay, then I'll just show everybody.
Nice. A lot of your stuff, you'll actually be doing stuff for a client, and then you go, let me just do a video of it.
Yeah, I just got yelled at recently I was working with a lawyer, and I don't even think about it. I just logged on because he said, yeah, go ahead. Uh-huh. So I'm like running through a bunch of stuff, and he was like, he wasn't happy with me.
He told you could, didn't he?
Yeah, but I went through a few screens of where
okay.
He just he knew the exact time, like he was watching, so it's
okay.
Yeah,
no, I've had a few clients after basically I tell them, say, all my audits I do, unless you pay for them, are broadcast on YouTube. And then I'll have some of them that'll say, well, I don't want to be broadcast. I say, well, here's the link, go pay for it. Because otherwise I'm broadcasting it.
Oh yeah.
Because I want, free content out of it, of course. But Jason, hey. Hopefully you feel better, Jason. He went to the club, I'll put it that way, and he got sick.
Would you
So
say that
stay away
that's
from the club.
one of your main lead drivers is running
Yep.
the audits?
Yep.
Honestly, right? It has to be, because that's what I see a lot of the content is based around. So that's top of the funnel. And then
That's
you're
the
saying,
very
okay,
top of the
this,
funnel.
this, and this.
It's like if you go through Scale Your Agency, what I literally did, how I used to do to build that one group up from 4 to 14, and then my own group was I would go in there, answer questions, and then I would make little Loom videos and show them what's wrong with their site. And I scaled my business from where we were at 3 or 4 clients to, dozens within a month. And then I still do it. And I'll get, like this week we added, I wasn't even doing audit. I did audits, but I did like 30 or 40 audits, and about 4 of those signed up. And then I had another 4 sign up today. And then, past 3 or so days, we signed up another 20 plus. So all from audits. That's just from audits going on, saying real quickly, here's what I see right off the cuff using this plugin. I show people I use this, but just like you, and say I use this plugin. Here's what I see. You have 2 H1 headers. You don't have this. You don't have that. Basic stuff. And then I give them, it's from all-in-one SEO Power Suite.
Yep.
The audit report. That audit report goes through almost everything under the sun you could want. It could be dozens of pages, or it could be 4 or 5 pages. But I do that one. Then I give them that, and then I give them a PDF of what is their rankings versus what is their competition. Where are they at in the, top 20 or so? And if they're, here you're at, and here's where they're at, and they generally, that's enough to sell them. That's my sales deck, if you will, and you can pick up clients like that. I even give away leads. Like if I'm too busy, I have people that I'll say, if you told me, hey, I want to do audits, I'll say, here you go. Because I got, hundreds of them, of requests every week. I have a Google form, and basically I'll drop a post that says, who wants a free audit? And then I'll say, go fill out this form, and I'll get dozens of people coming in saying, I want audits, and I'll take those. And I have my YouTube channel scheduled out until December,
That's madness.
Full of audits. So 7 audits every day. I gotta keep up with you. You talking about madness? You're up at doing 3-hour, 4-hour marathons. I told Jason today, I said Chris had me doing a 2-hour marathon today. We were talking about CTR manipulation. I looked, and lo and behold, it was 1 hour and 55 minutes. I said, yes, it's gonna rub off.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike's a funny guy when it gets later in the day.
I love Mike. He's fun. He's fun. He's funny. You'll look at him. He'll tell you some things that I'm just, you wouldn't expect from, if you will, a bong smoking dude. And he's sitting here, he's saying, some of y'all got problems. You don't take action. And he gets on this business mindset and telling you how to be successful and everything else. I'm like, this dude sitting here smoking bong and telling me about being successful, and you would just never expect it because the image you have. And it's like, he is probably one of the smartest people I know. And matter of fact, he's one of the main contributors in that other CTR group I showed you. So he's very smart. So there's reasons I like talking to the man and having him on.
Yeah, and if he's actually going out there and running things,
he tests, and he's in a spammy niche. One of the most spammiest niches you could think of. And he's good. He's good at making the phones ring and everything else. And
that's all that matters.
Yep. So Chris is an endurance athlete. That is damn straight. If I could name Chris anything, it would be an endurance athlete.
Thank you.
Yeah. Would it be wise to use public proxies for GSA search engine ranker?
I use public proxies for the volume that if you want to run faster, you might want to plug in some other ones. But if you're concerned with scale and running through lists, why would I pay for proxies? For what? They're free. Yeah, I don't. But, you know, that's me.
Yeah.
Because
like
there's so many.
there are other people when they do GMB management, for one, like I don't do, is they'll log in, they have everything separate to manage a GMB. I don't do that. I never have.
Not every single asset, but
Yeah.
you know, I think there needs to be some
there are people that are sticklers for it. Now, I would say have a GMB ownership on one Gmail.
definitely
Other GMBs on separate Gmails, because I've seen whole Gmails get taken down and everything goes with it. But then I've had people go, I have a VPS and I use this and I use, all these other stuff just to log in and manage every single one of them. I'm not going to do that. I just don't think Google even bothers looking at that shit most of the time.
I think that's a little much. There are certain clients so that they'll be secluded, and if I mean, it's nothing to tax on another $2, a month or whatever. Like, okay, this is your login for me. This is the Gmail that you gave me. I'm assigning this IP to you.
Yeah.
But not every time, no. For why?
That's crazy. Gene Swarry. Hey guys, keep setting the bar high for us. Always enjoy hanging out with you within these lives. We appreciate it, Gene. More and more, Chris has started coming in. I don't know if Gene, I don't even think you might know. Chris has been coming into the GMB Pros groups on Thursdays too. And he popped his little head in on Tuesday today. And I was like, what? So my Tuesday, at least.
Well, yeah, I tried logging in under other names, but it doesn't let you in.
I don't allow that. I actually don't allow that on purpose because I have,
obviously, yeah.
I
tried. And I was like, well, I have the link. But it's neither here nor there. I like listening. I was listening to that lady. I liked her. I forget her name. She was talking about like stuff that I'm horrible at, which is organization. So she had like her drive. I actually took her idea and I'm like, hey, that's actually a pretty cool idea. Because I have like a Gantt chart that I was using. I'm sure a lot of people it's called ClickUp. But I kind of like
what is the name of the program? I saw you doing the other day was you created your mind map with. What are you using to do that with?
It's I'll tell you right now.
If you don't mind, I mean, it's up to you.
No, I don't. No, it's
And I even you posted an image, I think, in your group of the mind map, and I sent it to my boys. I said, study the shit.
Oh, I had it in bookmark. Mind Mup. Mind
Mup.
Yep, Mind Mup.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I seen that whenever you posted it in your group, and I sent it to my boys. I said, this is basically our process right here. Pretty much. Everything you do is pretty much what we do too. So
yeah, I did one for the keeping the verifications live, and then I had another one where I just did it live and just ran through it like whatever's on my head. Yeah. I do stuff on the fly, so there's like no question, like it's just in my mind.
I still need to put the whiteboard up. That way I can do like you do whenever you have an idea, just write it down, make a live about it and stuff. Because, I want it. I have the whiteboard, just haven't had the opportunity to actually put it up.
Yep. It's just right here.
Yep. Literally, that's what I was going to do is put it right there. Because I'll have people ask me questions and just be, hey, can you make a video about whatever? And it'll be something simple. Like, here's one for you. How do you get rid of their competition? Went to their GMB and uploaded photos. They didn't believe that you could actually do that. And I said, yeah, but you can actually, request them to be removed too. But you just hopefully Google will remove them. So, but little videos like that and stuff. I'm just trying to do little things like that where people ask certain questions. How do you scrape maps for leads? Little things.
Easy things. Are you uploading images without leaving a review?
I have to get a local guide level 10. Yes. We're not going to be doing that when we're farming our Gmails.
No.
Now, not doing that because we're doing other things over time, 3 months worth of, of just leaving reviews, check-ins, all this other craziness, upvotes, and drop some pictures and do some edits and actually use the accounts in specific areas. So,
Yep.
But my dude I talked to today, we definitely got to talk. I have about 1,000 SIM cards. I was like, yeah, we definitely need to talk then.
Yeah. 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 There's a lot, in a month or so, we won't even see William. We'll be seeing Facebook pictures of him on a yacht. We'll be like,
No.
those phones worked out for him.
No, I'll be like, eventually, I can't wait to, this COVID's over. I could say, hey, Chris, why don't you fly out? And fly your ass out. I mean, like, bring little man if you can. That'd be fun.
Man, if I could talk. See, I was trying to go to Thailand. If I could just talk. See, here's the main problem. I'm already gone. You know what I mean? I'm already somewhere warm.
Yeah.
See, her family's from here.
Yeah.
So you know how like girls are, man, with their moms.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, for me, I'm already gone. Like, we could stay here and freeze, or we could go over here. Like, with the money that I make, we could live like kings.
Or I tell them, for instance, like I talked to Jason, I said, why can't you just have 2 different houses, one in South Africa and one in Philippines, bro? And we're going to be building the second house on the other property. And we have the third house is going to be on the beach. So.
And the rules in the Philippines are a lot better than Thailand when I was looking.
Yep.
Like
a lot better.
And I already got the plug. Like, I could be already set up with work. Like, I could have work. Yeah. I could get married, maybe, Yeah. Set right up, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
So it's telling you just tell me the word. That's what I was telling Jason. Just tell me the word. I already got people that are like, I'm looking. Okay. Well, I posted a picture for Jason, said my wife was getting his guest room ready, which is freaking huge. And it has a California King plush bed in it, has a damn, 2 desks in it, gaming computer, steps right into the damn, gym. It's my old office.
I saw you sitting on a scooter in front of what looked like a villa. Is that your house?
That's where we used to rent. I rented that place for $300 a month.
Oh my God, dude, that looked like it looked like, when you pull up, like you ever go to like Mexico or whatever, like to stay at these resorts. Mm-hmm. That's what it looked like, bro. I'm like,
that place is actually, believe it or not, that house was $300 a month, and that thing is tiny. I mean, tiny, 2 stories tall, but it's small. I mean, small. Probably it's more like a townhome, but small. And like the house we're in now, it's easy 10,000 square foot.
Damn.
So.
This is 4,200 square feet.
Yeah.
And then this side over here is almost the same size. So, and then what? So you're in 10,000. Okay. So what? So a 10,000 square foot home, what's that worth in the Philippines? If I just go buy it.
If you were to buy this cash, we built it for like a little over 3 million pesos. 3 million is about 300,000. But if we were to sell it, it'd be about 20 million.
That's insane.
So in the States, you couldn't get this house for no less than 5 mil.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, I'll jokingly tell you this there. What's his name? Jason's messing with me. He's like, well, if you're a Muslim, over here, you can get married to 4 wives, I mean.
Dude, I don't know if I can have. Dude, I can only imagine. I don't know if I can have 4 bosses.
No,
God,
I've told my wife. I said, listen, I can't handle more than one wife. Don't want
no.
more than one wife. And I love my.
Totally
I'd call
joking.
her. We have over here. We have different types of coffee. One of which is called 4-in-1. And I said, you're my 4-in-1. That's all I need. 4-in-1.
So
You
wait,
know,
that's the name of the
so
coffee, 4-in-1?
they have 3-in-1, 4-in-1 coffee. They got all types of weird freaking coffee over here, dude. Got all types of health benefits. They got glutamine and all other types of stuff in it.
And do
So,
they have, you can just go to the doctor and stuff, right?
yep, I go to the doctor once in a while if I really need to. The only thing is when you're in the province, you know, you don't have the best hospitals, the best doctors. So when I go to actually have anything done, I go to Manila or one of the major cities. One of the things Jason says why it's so beneficial whenever you live here, and most people can't even begin to compete, is because this is the VA capital of the world. How are you going to compete with someone that's living in the freaking VA capital of the world?
How?
And with my homeboy, we just started a VA agency. So
Dude,
we
that
got
would
our own
be
VA
sick.
agency plus
I
our
wish
own
I ran
SEO
into you.
agency.
I'm 36, 10. Man, if I would have ran into you 11 years ago and we were both at where we are now, but 11 years earlier, oh my
Yeah.
God, you wouldn't see me right now.
Yeah.
I'd have like 40 kids.
I told my wife, I said, listen, the only mistake, only regret I have in marrying my second wife is not marrying her earlier. I met her when I was 36. I'm 44 now, and we've been married for 3 years. So I married her officially, you know, in the States in 2019. And then we had actually met back right after I got my divorce at 36, and she was 26. So that's my only regret. Absolute only regret. You know, because I jokingly messed with Jason. I say, my wife, when I came over here, dude, my wife, I remember, wake me up in the morning and she'd be like, you know, do you want, you know, she'd wake me up, sit me outside, and then she goes, gets me coffee, gets me juice, takes care of me. He's like, and I told him, said, how do you think I can run an agency? My wife is like the power behind the damn agency. She's the mama behind it. She's like all of their boys' mom. I told him, so y'all better respect her. She's the one that pays the bills, not me. She literally, I give her the phone and she sends them their money, not me. So,
sounds like exactly what I got going on.
Yeah, Gene Suarez just read somewhere that it recently opened up. Incorrect, not yet, not the foreigners. So that's kind of what Jason's waiting on right now. He's got to get his passport. He's got to wait for it to open up. As soon as it opens up, get your ass over here. Because they can change that in a matter of, you know, days or hours sometimes. If you are married to a Filipino, yes, you can come over here, from what I've seen. But you still got to check with them before you ever think about coming over here. Lance, wow. Yes, sir. When I've shown it. Whenever I used to live in the States, I lived in a 700 square foot house.
Wow, that's wildly different.
Biggest house I ever was in was I had an apartment that was like 1,200 square foot. And then I stayed in my friend's house in West Virginia that was probably close to 3,000 square foot. And to go from that to where we're at now, I mean, just everything. It's always mind blowing. I sit there and think about, I'm like, I don't even know how it happened. In a year, I literally told Kurt earlier today, my main guy that started with us, said, remember, Kurt, when we first started, I said, I don't know how long we're going to have this kind of work. I said, because I've never had this much work, you know, just coming in constantly. And then we've never been doing less than, at least we went from a couple of sites with him, 6 or 7, then it built up to, you know, 10 or 20 sites a month. Then it built up to, we do 200 plus sites a month. You know,
that's insanity. That's complete insanity. Well, you can't do that without a squad. You know, like, you know, a 4-man band, like when I'm running over here, I couldn't do that. You know,
yeah, you
need a team.
Fresnel's already, he started with, I think, 2, and he's already, mind you, he's been doing this for a month. He's already up to 7. VAs, and he's already kicking it. So yeah, Jason's laughing. Jason Williams getting my wives lined up.
Line them up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah, I don't know.
Back at it again.
You know, man, I couldn't even imagine having multiple wives. Man,
Yeah, there are over here. I have one friend that he has 4, and then what's funny, my son-in-law, his father, he jokingly said one day, he said, I have 4 wives. As truth be known, I've had 9. I've divorced 5. I've divorced 5 of them. Mind you, the man's 70-something years old, and one of them is in their 30s. And I'm like, this is why you had a heart attack. Stop it.
Yeah.
So
That's why you had a heart attack.
Yeah. Marrying them young women. Lance, Chris, what's your SEO background? Can you give us a little background about yourself, brother?
Background. So let's just say around 2011 is probably when I started dabbling. My dad really put me onto it. He owned a gym in Lehigh Acres, Florida, called and this is what's funny. He used to buy benches and he used to put PMS. He'd paint them yellow, put PMS, Private Muscle Studio. In any case, he thought that was hysterical. Like, that's the kind of guy we're dealing with here. So in any case, he put me on because when we lived at 4211 3rd Street West in Lehigh Acres, everything transitioned when he started going online. So I think that's when the seeds started being planted. If we fast forward a little bit, when we moved here in 2004, is when I got a job working for Jody and Sean for the Integrated Marketing Solutions. So in 2004, when I got put on to Integrated Marketing Solutions, which is they do timeshares, travel clubs, traveling shows, there was a group of guys there, Jody, Sean, George, this guy, John, was there. Those are the 4 guys that really put me on to SEO. Oh, here's a landing page. Okay, we need it to say this. Like, what's conversion? Oh, like if we put the picture up here, it's doing better. If we show an old person, it does better than young people. Like, mind blown. So 2004 till 11 was probably like training grounds, like learning and picking things up little by little. 2011, I just started dabbling and playing around with sites. I think that's probably when I really took on I felt confident in what I was doing. My dad's good friend, he gave me a job. So I started working with him, working on his website. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much about it. I mean, what else? And then it just kind of fast forwarded from there.
Nice.
We did a lot of timeshares, travel clubs. I got jammed up a little bit with some wrong people. So, we were doing a lot of grayer hat activities, so I've really grown up along the road here for sure.
Nice.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Timeshares, travel clubs, those 4 guys put me on.
The Endurance Factory, Fernell is awesome. I'm sure Fernell will hear that. He'll probably, if he's not already watching, he's probably going to be watching. And I'll definitely tell him. Lance, Gorilla Grass has been following you on YouTube for a long time. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, Lance. I knew Chris appreciates it too. Weren't you on Fiverr for a while as well?
Yeah, I tried to leave that one out. But yeah, I was on Fiverr for quite some time. I had 2 accounts. I did Upwork too. I did people by the hour. I did them all. But yeah, I did Fiverr, of course. Yeah. I had to get work from somewhere. I did a lot of Instagram.
When you're first starting out, you're trying to figure out. I mean, it's like when I first started, I got most of my work from freaking Craigslist. Craigslist 100%, and I was just picking up work a little bit here, $100 here, $50 here, whatever I could get. So
yeah, auto posting the Craigslist is still a prominent source of work for certain industries, for certain niches, for sure.
It was really easy before they got into $5 every damn post back in the day. That was the
That was the
heyday, if you
go-to.
will.
Yeah, man.
You know, I
Yeah,
used
and
to
I think
post every day. You get up and says social media was Craigslist.
well, yeah, and as affiliate, like, you know, you could be working on things, but once you get something up and off the ground and you're running and making consistent money, you know, time
Yeah.
passes by fast. Then it was just more about dabbling and keeping things afloat.
Jason
But yeah,
says Fiverr or Upwork will just get you sharp real quick.
I did that about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
4
I remember
years.
someone saying, you know, you could do an SEO audit and go hire someone on Fiverr just to do it. No, it don't work
Dude,
that way.
I ran
You-
probably a lot. I showed one account that I had only because I took a screenshot because they blocked me because I delivered an order early, right? So I delivered the order early and just closed out the order. And I guess the lady was pretty mad about that. So she like reported me and they banned the account. So when they banned the
Crazy.
account, I made a video and I took a screenshot. You know, like, so it was the only one that I had, you know.
Yeah.
Like
The main problem you'll have with, if you will, with Fiverr, and I've told people about this before, is you'll have to go through and find people just like a VA who's and test them, see who can actually do it. You know, here's the SEO audit. Show me you can do it. And then when you get it back and it's not done or they fuck something up, you know, then you have to find someone that actually knows what they're doing. You know, and then once you find someone good, this is where once you find them good, which is one of the guys I found that I still use. I originally found them on Fiverr and I walk them off of Fiverr.
Of course.
You know, we tried to.
That was my whole goal. You know, getting my foot in the door with cheap, low ticket services, still the same game plan now. See where they're at, see what their business is, see, you know, basically, am I able to, you know, is this going to be a long-term producer? Because what I found is buyers are buyers for life as long as you can help them, you know? So that's what I'm looking for, longevity. You know, I want to be able to help them with their business for a long time. I don't want a one and done, you know. It might seem that way.
You want continuity. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the case.
Daniel, knowing what you know now, how would you suggest getting started today?
Launch a
Would you change
website.
anything, Chris?
Would I've changed anything?
Yep.
Oh yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, if I could go back and run over again, I probably would have steered away from the blacker hat stuff. When I came out, I probably wouldn't have positioned myself that way. I think that's been, I mean, it's good for your HVAC type clients, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the lower ticket stuff. But I've lost a lot of opportunities due to SEO tactics. So, you know, I just
don't get that. We get a lot of people that literally that come to you and ask for it. I don't ever really have people go, oh yeah, can you not do certain things? It's like, and nothing we do anyways is on their website or anything crazy black hat, but you know.
Exactly.
But
I always
had that experience.
You know, I've ran across a few of them where they'll single out like, hey, I don't want, let's just say off the top of my head, PBN links. I don't want these types of links. But just the fact that a normal person is coming to me and saying this, I can only imagine, because I notice like it's always the same kind of niches: locksmiths, HVAC clients, pest control, garage door openers. It's only the hard spammy stuff. And it's like, man, I think it's positioning. I really do. So position yourself as a white hat and position yourself as an enterprise level SEO. And I think you'll do so much better. Position yourself at the very beginning. It's going to take you longer, but I think it's way better because the finish line will be so much better. Like, what do you want? Do you want a $1,500 a month client, or do you want a 10 grand a month client or a 20 grand a month client? Guys that have $10 million ad spends for the year, you know? So I would position myself a lot differently. So with that being said, also too, believe in yourself, put some money behind yourself early. You know, like I'm always been a frugal guy, but it's like you're betting on yourself. I would have bet on myself way earlier, you know? So that's, you know, because you have to remember when you had nothing, you always found a way to scratch, right?
Yeah.
So you had nothing to begin with. Go for it.
And I would
You know?
tell you, for instance, make associations with certain people. You know, make
1,000%.
look for certain people, and don't try to be a lone wolf. It's like one of the people. I mean, Mike's one of them. You're one of them. Holly's one of them. And then why I have so much respect. You know, you've told them that I love them, but one of the reasons why I have so much respect for Craig Campbell, besides the fact of what he said, was I remember when I was first getting started on YouTube and people were coming after me. He was the guy that came, encouraged me. He was the guy when I was quote unquote sick at one point. He said, dude, you kind of need to slow down. You're going to burn out. He was the guy that actually came and gave me some advice without me even asking him and helped me. So I have a lot of respect for him. He's probably there's only about 5 or 6 people that I do, and he's the main, and that's the main reason why. I go in there and I'll watch him for a few minutes just to say hey and listen to him. But that's the main reason, is because, you know, he goes that we've probably had some disagreements, you know, and this and that more on his end than mine. But I'm like, what disagreements? I only remember one, and that's because of a damn bot. You know, so, but
hey, I gotta start the car and get my little guy.
We'll be here for a few more minutes. Okay.
All right, bro.
I'll be here when you get back.
He's going off to private school, preschool.
Okay, I'll see you in a sec. So keep you guys' questions coming. When Chris gets back, I'll put them back in. Did you use VPNs again in the different markets back in the day? I used Craigslist. So far as me, SEO, I used to build websites, and I had one client, 7-figure earner. He had a couple of jewelry stores, Jewish jeweler, and he came to me after he built the website. Actually, he came from another client in real estate. You'll like this, Jason. So this guy came from real estate, had multiple properties, wanted to move me out to Panama Republic when I was first married to my first wife. And, you know, then he referred me to this guy, and he asked me after I built the site, hey, I want to be on first page of Google. Do you know how to? And I knew nothing of SEO, but I asked him and said, how much does it pay? And he said, $2,000. I said, yes, sir. I sure do. Went home, started studying, got on forums and everything, and started studying SEO. And that's how I literally learned by self-teaching myself and practicing on my own stuff at first. Lance, you just bought the first GMB done for you. What's sketch with it? What'll happen is once I get off here, probably by tomorrow morning, I'll send you a form, Lance, and it will ask for your information regarding your business, i.e. what's your business name, phone number, website, etc. You fill that out, and once you get that back to me, I have the GMB over to you within a week. We verify instant verifications up to 100 GMBs a day. So using bulk upload methods. So sorry for the newbie question, Daniel, but I don't fully understand what enterprise SEO is and how would someone get experience in these industries. So for example, you can fiddle around with smaller clients. They're only going to pay you $1,000, $1,500. But let's say Fortune 500, you know, bigger clients, if you will, you know, clients that you're dealing with search volumes of 500,000, etc. Your bigger clients are going to be able to pay you more. You know, there are clients that we've signed up that pay $10,000 a month, you know, so, or more, you know, and they do exist. Don't think they don't exist. There's a good book. It's by Dan Kennedy. It's called, from what I remember, Marketing to the Affluent. It's about positioning yourself and being around the affluent or people with money versus just being around the smaller businesses. Some people deal with just higher paid clientele, and other ones deal with everybody. And then you got people that will actually niche down into a very specific niche. And then once you niche down into a specific niche and you become an expert, think of it this way, like if you're a generalist practitioner doctor versus, if you will, a cardiologist. That's how much the vast difference in pay grade is when you do that, especially whenever you get really good at SEO. Lance, cool. Yeah, I appreciate it, buddy. If you need any more after you get that first one, just let me know. We're going to be running those specials, all through Black Friday. So into Cyber Monday, actually. So, and I have other tools that I'm going to be dropping. I have VA offers that I'm going to be dropping. I have backlink offers I'm going to be dropping. Google News networks are going to be dropping. YouTube embeds are going to be dropping. So between now and Cyber Monday, just pay attention to the free group, the Google My Business Help group that I'm in and I own. Pay attention to that because I drop offers in there, and I have some other partners that drop offers in there as well. So, Lance, yes, I would like a full package. Yeah, and we're dropping. If you've been in, if you've been in there as well, we've been dropping, website packages with SEO, and I will be dropping just SEO packages and just website packages as well. But we'll be dropping a little bit of everything. So, but let me know if you need anything, and we'll keep dropping them. You'll see them in the group. It's Google My Business SEO Help Group and Local SEO Tips with William Jones, and Holly's dropping offers in there. Jason's dropping offers in there. Kevin, a little bit of everybody. These are all people that I partner with and trust. So, all right. If you got any more questions, keep them in. Chris will be back in a few minutes. He's dropping off his little man, little Chris, and we'll keep on answering them. Okay. It is a little bit after 10. We're going to go ahead and probably get off here in another 5 or 10 minutes. So any more questions, just get them in and we will answer them. So just let me know. Sorry for the newbie. Okay. Just bought the first. Yeah. And on the SEO and the web design package, these are all packages you can buy now and use later. So someone was just asking about that. You can buy it now, 30 days later, or whenever you come to me and you say, hey, I bought the package and you want to use it. Whenever you want to use it, just use it at your own time. Okay. Would property developers be enterprise? It is depending instead of carpenters. It depends on the type of property developers because they're small, if you will, little guys that are property developers. But if it's a bigger property developer, yes. Carpenter's a little guy. You're never going to get paid a whole lot just from a carpenter. Lance, would you recommend to keep a GMB on a cellular individual phone? Mainly individual GMBs. So have, authority trusted individual GMBs for each, or Gmails for each GMB personally. Jason, gotta run. See you in the Philippines soon. I can't wait, brother. Can't wait to see you. And we're going to be working hard together once he gets here. Want to help him scale his agency and get him in the right area so he hits 7 figures real soon. So, and ultimately, I know some people have already asked for it. We will be developing a mentorship. I'm already doing this mentorship program, in which I'll be doing the same thing for other people later on. So we'll be doing that. But all right, any more questions? Let me know. Any more questions? Because we're about to get off here. Yep, you'll bring the IV drips. Yep. Appreciate you, Jason. Take care of yourself. Get better. Don't overdo it, because if you're sick, you need to take care of yourself first. First and foremost, rest, get some soup and all that. So, Daniel, could you list some home service niches that do not require, well, nothing requires per se. Like when we're using tougher niches, and Chris is talking about tougher niches, Daniel is talking about like locksmith, towers, lawyers,
Garage doors.
Yeah, garage door repair, medical cannabis, stuff like that. These are all personal injury lawyers. That's all tougher niches. If you're in Vegas, if you're in New York, Atlanta, Miami, moving companies, I mean, all those things. These are tougher niches. that will require going over to, if you will, the dark side a little bit. And you can try doing it the white hat method, but you're going to be doing it for a long time, in my opinion. So Endurance Factory, grab one of those packages, people. I offloaded my SEO site to William so I could go use on client work, and they rocked it. I appreciate that. Who is this? Is this Danette? I'm curious. What is your real name, Endurance Factory? Now you got me curious. Because I don't know of I think I might have
I don't know of an Endurance Factory. Yeah.
Now you got me curious, because I know she comes in here a lot, and I kind of have a feeling I know who it is, and I'm just kind of now.
Well, how'd you know it was a girl or a woman?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
What made you guess though? What gave you the guess?
The colors. I mean, the freaking colors. It looks like
the colors. Okay. No, but I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like I think that's cool. Like you just assume. I thought the same thing is why, probably those colors of the logo.
Yeah, I don't have an Endurance Factory in here, so I'm curious. I'm definitely curious. Is this Danette? But
what do you
let me know if you want
an
to.
entry level SEO at your, or not an SEO, a virtual assistant? What's an entry level position or like a management position?
At the management, it is 40,000 pesos, $800 a month,
and that's fair. Doctors over there are getting what, 9.25?
And doctors over here get a little over $1,000 a month. And I'm talking about like cardiologists. I'm not talking about like doctors.
Yeah,
I'm talking about just nurses make about $600 a month. Teachers $600 a month. My guys, make a lot more than that when it comes to certain things on top of it. And then if you go to Manila, in Manila, the doctors make a lot more, engineers make a lot more, and VAs make a lot more. But it's just a matter of I live in the province, and I've positioned myself in the province for that very reason. We can build out, cheaper VAs, cheaper for everybody else, cheaper, you can get cheaper labor, then, it's good. And it's not just cheaper labor, it's quality labor, and we bonus them out. We do other things too.
What's the population there? What's the name of the city again that you live in, or the province?
Look it up. It's Pagadian, but I live in Zamboanga del Sur. Pagadian population. So our population here is only 210,000 people.
Only?
Yeah.
So that's actually a lot of people. I mean, that's a city.
Yeah. Pagadian City is 22. If you go Zamboanga del Sur, which is the entire area, a little over 1 million.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a pretty big area. Okay, so we're not talking about a small little peanut town like I live in. We're talking about a freaking city.
Yeah, and if you go to Zamboanga City, which is, to me, it's much bigger than Pagadian. It's 977,000 people by itself.
Oh, wow. And then
and you go into that city, and it's completely packed, bumper to bumper. Traffic is insane.
Look at this place, bro. But Midano, Midano.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that is just gorgeous. Is there like piranhas and stuff in that water, dude?
No, we don't have sharks or anything like that.
Is that salt?
It's saltwater.
Yeah.
Blue Lagoon.
Oh, Tingo Falls, dude. Look at this freaking place, bro.
My grandmother, the property right up the road over here, we have waterfalls that we go swimming in and stuff. I have pictures of it on my Facebook.
Bro, that should be me. That needs to be me.
I have to go look at it now. Dude,
I wish it was the old days when I used to get kicked out. Chris, get out! I said, all right, I'm going to Williams. Across the world.
Oh, she kicked you out? Here's a plane ticket. Come on.
Yeah, a long time ago, yeah.
He gives a shit.
Or you'd leave. I'd leave for the day, like, oh man, this is I'm having
when we didn't have power here, the boys would sit here and just go, they would literally just go, go up the road, and you can literally right behind the mosque over there, there's a waterfall that's on on her grandmother's property, and we go over there. You can go fishing, and then at the same time climb up on the rocks and jump down from the rocks, and it's beautiful. So I mean,
Beautiful place.
yep. I assumed wrong. His name is Ken. Okay, yeah, 2 labs. Now I know. 2 labs. Yep. Endurance Factory. I'm sure going.
And you can buy a place right by this water, then I'm assuming.
Yep. I have another place called the Raqueta, and I can buy my land out there. It costs me $2,000, and then I'll build a house on it for let's say $30,000, and it'll be worth a good $300,000 by the time you're done. So
Bananas.
but yeah, and it's just beautiful. If you go, there's all types of waterfalls in Zamboanga where we're at. We can Pagadian. Give me 1 second. City
80
waterfalls.
degrees. Oh my gosh.
It's constantly. Here's it's Polkin Falls. This place. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, stuff like this all the time. So, this one right here, Polkin Falls. That's Polkin, and then you'll get other places like this. I mean,
that's a shame right there. Just jump off there. Ah!
This is like where we go to. You jump from way up here straight down.
Wow. That looks
it's gorgeous. In places like this. This is all near where we're at. So
that's wild, man.
And we'll go in these places no one ever even knows about. You never even know about them, and then you go there, and then you wind up finding it's crazy, dude. You'll go there and you'll have all these little kids, and they're just no swimsuits. They're in their underwear, and they're just diving in. They ain't got not a care in the world. And what's cool, dude, you'll be out there. You may not have any food or anything, and you'll have a family like ours. We'll come in, and we got freaking rice and everything else, and everybody will just come up, and we're just sharing food with everybody. And stuff, and having fun, and everybody loves it. So
it's awesome.
Yeah. And Gene Suarez says he has VAs in Des Marinas, Ceviche. Yeah. So, that is if you will, a mainland area. It's beautiful. It's where a lot of tourists go. Considering a trip this summer, it's not that expensive as compared to Manila. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I actually was considering opening up another office in Cavite. There's another place, Surigao, that what's his name wants me to come to whenever, and I'm thinking of the wrong one. You're in Cavite. I'm thinking of Cebu. Cebu is where all the tourists go. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's drop dead gorgeous. There's whenever, this whole COVID thing's over and I want to bring y'all over here, that's honestly my plan, is find a place like that and do it out there where it's just it is drop dead gorgeous, brother. If you go to these places, I don't know, your wife might not get you might not be coming back. I'm sorry, baby.
If you could go back over and get a perfect position, like the best, not only living quarters is going to be awesome. Here, this would be the spot.
You got Cebu? All these places, and this is in Cebu, which is really you have a lot of if you will, places you can just it's a big city, right? Wow. Which is one of the reasons why I don't go too often. But you can do snorkeling with the whales and all that craziness, and you got all types of tourist spots that you can go to. Island. And it's really cool,
dude.
But nightlife, I stay away from places like this, dude. You gotta understand, because I used to be a gambler. So and they got lots of casinos. Like Manila has hundreds of them, you know, so I stay away from places like that.
So Cebu, if you were, that's the spot. If you were going to come down,
If
and
you're
buy
a tour, if
condo,
you're a tourist and you wanted to buy a condo, I would buy it in Cebu. I'd buy it in Cebu mainly because it's beautiful. It's a tourist area, lots of white beaches, all that stuff. You can fly in, stay in this, you know, and you can actually, as a foreigner, own condos. You can own a condo in Manila, wherever you want to go. You can't own land as a foreigner, but you can own a actual, you know, condo.
yeah,
And then if you take a once a year trip and you wanted to come in, you have a place to go without ever having to worry. You know, I have a friend that Jeff, he has condos off of the bay in Manila. And whenever I go into Manila, all I got to do is tell him, hey, I need a place to stay. And you're talking about 5-star condo. This ain't no, you know,
that's some booty.
this ain't Holiday Inn. So,
Yeah, man, that's kind of
yeah.
like when I go to like Mexico, like the ticket costs more than the all-inclusive stay. And like, so I was like
Our
thinking to myself,
ticket, when I first came here, dude, my second trip here, right, cost me what was it? It was the plane trip cost me around $800. My entire month stay in a 5-star hotel cost me almost as much. And I'm not talking about, you know, I was talking like an executive suite. It was the Golden Phoenix, and is where I originally stayed at whenever I first came here.
Golden Phoenix. That's
the Golden Phoenix, and it was. I mean, I loved it. It's in Manila. Let me pull it up, and I'll show you. This is the hotel. If I can actually get, yeah, this is. I mean, this is where we first stayed at. I loved it. That's the hotel.
Jeez. Wow.
That's one of the beds. I mean, you're talking about, this was outside. You're in a gated area with the pool.
I could get used to that, man. How cool would that be? That's just, you know, that's my daily living quarters.
And a 5-star, you know, you're talking about 5-star over here, you know.
Wow, that's wild. What's that worth a night?
That cost, well, $800 and something for an entire month. And wow. And then on top of it, you get free breakfast.
Jeez.
You know, you're talking about a 5-star hotel. I mean, this is a small room. Our room, imagine, had, you know, the 2 beds. It had a pull-out couch. It had chairs with a office. You know, I mean, so it was definitely amazing. Sick, so, bro. Gene Swarry, if I go, I'm taking the family. That way, if we get stuck, we'll be together laughing out loud. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get my mom and dad to move over here because they're retired, but my sister lives in the States, and that's kind of just probably never going to happen. But if I can get her to come over here for a vacation, you know, I've told her, I said, listen, if y'all move over here, you never have to work again, ever. You don't even have to, just use your money to do whatever you want, save it. You don't need to have money. So I'll take care of you. But
what got you? I'm sure you might have said this in other calls, but what drove you to go there?
I got, whenever I first, and I tell this in the Scale Your Agency, unlike most people come over here, white old men come over here, find themselves a beautiful woman and die. You retire and die eventually. You know, that's what they want. I came over here because I had originally moved to West Virginia. I had some clients. I had 2 big clients. I was making an easy $7,000 a month doing my little, you know, 5 or 6 clients, and I was happy. But I lived in Hampshire. Yeah, I lived in Hampshire County. If you look up Hampshire County, it's the poorest county in all of West Virginia. It's a good place to live as long as you got money. And it's a terrible place to live if you don't have money, because you're not going to find a job unless you want to drive to Baltimore or Washington, D.C., because I live within like 2 hours of all those places. So I know Baltimore up and down like the back of my hand, and Washington. And I got into, when I was there, I got into auctions. That's another reason why I told you I used to go to auctions, buy as much as possible. I used to go to Philly and buy auctions in Philadelphia and also in Virginia, and then deliver. Then I saved up probably $8,000-9,000, right? Then I lost my 2 largest clients. When I lost that, I had 3 car payments: a Chrysler 300, a Hummer, and a truck. And then a $1,600 car payment, and I had about a $1,100 a month rent. You know, so very quickly I went into depression.
Yep, that can happen.
And I have 3 kids, all living with me, and no support from my ex, and no support from nobody else in the middle of the poorest county in all of West Virginia.
Yeah.
So I'd already bought the plane tickets to go to the Philippines because we were living good. But we were living good, but we only had $9,000 in savings, which is more than most people have. I'll say that much, but it's not, it could last me a couple of months.
Yeah.
Really.
You had 4-month run rate. Yeah. But 4 months to go.
I came over to the Philippines, and my mother-in-law, who doesn't speak any English, but basically told my wife, said, "Why is he so depressed? You know, we have a place to stay. It's only a, hollow block, small as shit, but it's a place to lay your head. You ain't got to worry about." Had no ACs, nothing. We have a vehicle, get you from point A to point B, but you got to pray it don't break down the whole time. Please, dear God, get me home. Water bill, non-existent. We have, it's like $20 a month. Electric bill was probably $80 a month, and we live on a farm, so we could, self-sustain. And then, so I told, I literally made the decision, and I called my friend. I said, take all the boxes and pack all my stuff in what we call balik buy-in boxes, which means returning Filipino, basically, and ship them. And he shipped all my stuff over here, and I stayed. And I still had enough for, let's say, $1,000 a month in clients. And then, right before COVID hit, I met a guy named John Signey in one of the groups. The same method I teach everybody getting clients is what got me started, man, with getting back into, if you will, pulling clients. I went into groups, commented, someone tagged me in something that said, or seen something that says looking for a full-time SEO VA, $800 a month, 160 hours. You must stay up from Philippine time, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. for West Coast client. So that's what I did. I did that for a month. And then right before COVID happened, he tells me, he said, "Man, you got so much experience, really good. Why don't you start your own agency?" And I said, "I really don't want to." And I said, "Let me start trying to pick up some clients." And I started picking up clients. My wife encouraged me. She said, "Why don't you start picking up clients?" I'm like, "I really don't want to." And also, we didn't have good Wi-Fi. You imagine that? Yep. No good Wi-Fi. I'm in the middle of the sticks. The sticks. So no Wi-Fi or nothing. And I started picking up some clients. And then, as we grew, we went in that place where you seen we were renting. And I was sleeping on the laundry shop floor and picking up dirty laundry, doing haircuts, delivering clothes, doing what I had to do to make it.
That's right.
And then right before COVID, I really started pushing, talking, same thing, same method I do now, going into groups and commenting and answering questions, doing Loom videos. This is why I believe, the person I honestly, used to watch a lot doing audits was Chase.
Oh yeah.
And I started going into groups and doing audits, and then I started building off of that. And that's when it really started taking off for me. And then we started building our house. And I remember at one point I had to get a visa renewal, and I needed like over $1,000, and I didn't even have it, had to borrow it from my son-in-law. And because we were building the house. And then right after that's when I really started rolling really good. And, just kind of happened. And then I just made the decision. And then I became a permanent resident here. Because I'm married, I can become a permanent resident, run a BPO, and I can own 100% of this company and everything else. So
You can hire people.
yep. And that's how it pretty much happened. I don't hire anybody but Filipinos. I train only Filipinos. So I mean, it wasn't
You
something
could hire
that I
an American.
wanted to do. I could, but this is why. So that's kind of how it just happened on top. I mean, we had planned to eventually move to the Philippines, but we didn't plan for it to happen like that year. I had literally gotten married, brought her over here, paid all this money, got the green card, and now bloop, moved back to the Philippines. Voila, no more green card, no issue for that. And
but you could help somebody if they were to come there. You would be able to help put them in position.
Yes, easily. I'm talking to Jason about this too as well. You just have to, it all depends on your age. It depends on what you want to do. It depends on how much you're going to invest in the economy. It depends, are you going to get married? But the cool thing is, as a tourist, which one of the reasons why most people love the Philippines, you can actually come in, stay here for 30 days, get an extension and extend it 3 to 6 months, right? And then fly out to, let's say if you're a United States citizen, you could fly out to Guam or any place else, Thailand, Malaysia, any place you want to go, stay for 24 hours, fly back in, they give you another visa.
Wow. Oh, so there's
a guy who did this for 10 years. His name is Kulas. He's a Canadian expat or, foreigner, and he speaks fluent Bisaya, fluent Tagalog, everything now. So
they don't look at the passport and they're like, wait a minute here. So
they don't care.
What were you doing?
as long as you don't do anything stupid, it's like if you stay a certain length of time before you leave. Yeah, before you leave, you actually have to get checked out to make sure there's no you get basically an MBI clearance. Is basically good. It's like going to the police station and say, "Hey, Chris doesn't have a criminal record, does he?" Okay, no, he's not he's not into pedophilia and all this other craziness. Okay, he's cool. Then there are people that come over here specifically and do that crap, and they catch them, and then they blacklist you. And they'll extradite you. So,
do they care about that? Like if you had misdemeanors on your record or stuff like that?
No, they don't care about that. It's a matter of when you get here, don't do anything stupid,
Oh, yeah.
That sort of thing. So, but yeah, I mean,
wow, man.
That's pretty much where it's at. It's not, and it wasn't, like I said, I literally I came here once to meet her. And then I came here the second time to actually stay for almost a month. And then the third time was she actually flew from here to the States. And that's when she moved to the States with me. So, but we had been talking for about 6 years prior to, actually getting married and everything else. So
that's awesome. That's a nice little
storyline.
storyline. I like that.
Yeah, we talk about that in the Scale Your Agency. So I get pretty emotional usually when I'm talking to them because it's like, I go through the pictures, and anytime I go through the pictures, I just start getting emotional. Because if you see, I mean, I can show you this. This is on Google Drive. You'll see this. You'll be like, what? This is just one aspect of it where I'll show you a couple of things, but let's show you like this. Share screen. Let's go over here. This is where I used to live at, 3634 E Drive, or actually not that one. That's the right across the street, 33 E Drive West, Jacksonville. So this is my house where I used to live at, right outside.
Jeez.
That's actually the house right next door. I'm looking for the actual house. Let me go to the maps. So here's the actual house.
Jeez, man.
where I lived at.
Times
This
were
was
hard.
this right here is my landlord, who I'm known for, almost all my life. Then I lived in this house over here before, and this is my mama and daddy's house, which is blocked out.
Are they police officers?
No,
Are they
I
law
did that.
enforcement?
I did that on purpose.
Oh, you did it because I know that
I
usually the blocked out means law enforcement.
No, I did that one. Then the place I used to live in is 108. See if I can get it. 10826 Paw Paw Road in Paw Paw, West Virginia. If you can see the house, this is they're not going to show it. This is where I used to live at. This is Paw Paw Road. So this is in West Virginia. So you can kind of imagine.
That's why the houses. That's pretty normal for South, right?
Yeah, this
that's
is in all West Virginia and everything. And the house I lived in there was bigger, but that was in Paw Paw. And another place we lived, is Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, which is beautiful. It's old country-ish, if you will. This is in West Virginia. So old. See, I know what your stomping grounds are like because that's kind of where I was at.
Yep.
Berkeley Springs has a very Berkeley.
Yeah, that's pretty much like what my town looks like now.
Springs, I'll tell you, population. Our population there is 792 people.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
I mean, Paw was it? Paw
792 people?
Yeah. I mean, whoa. Paw, West Virginia, where I used to live, 672.
Sheesh.
So
it's crowded, is what you're getting.
Oh, it's crowded, brother. It's crowded.
Oh, yeah.
Crowded. So. But yeah, I'll show you one day the other. But I have all types of pictures, like whenever I was going and actually doing, if you will, building out from the apartment and everything. When I was building out my agency and where we started from and all that stuff. It's all it was a lot of work. And it's a lot of hard work, and it's where we started at, and it was real cool. I have it. I'm trying to find it.
I have access to that training, don't I?
Yeah, you do, but these are the actual pictures and stuff. So imagine this, right? To go from what y'all just saw to this right here.
That's where you're at now, right?
Yeah, that's our house.
Oh my God. Kel, this could be us.
To do that, it's like,
You got it bad, man. That is.
And now we have over here on the far right, now we have an office. We didn't even have the office when I took these pictures.
Look at that.
Now we got 2 cars, 2 trucks. These are my boys. We're having a birthday party.
Damn,
that's our main bathroom. Yeah, all of them are in their 20s.
Look at that room. That is sick, bro. That looks like a king's bed, dude.
Yeah. You haven't went through it and seen all this, have you? That's my daughter's room. That's my living room.
Dude, that is awesome. Wow, that's awesome.
Kids playing in the tub. That's the kitchen. That's one of the kitchens. We have 2 kitchens. That's my massage table and my Lola. This is the office upstairs that Jason's going to be staying in. That's no longer my office. This is one of the places. This is like the second office. The first office is where we originally started. This is the first time me and you met, and we did the live because you've seen the sticker on the wall, remember?
Yeah, that's what made me, Yep.
This is the second off. This is actually the second office. And that was the original office. This couch right here is what I used to sleep on in the laundry shop.
Dude, how did it get so like royalty like in there? Did you make it that way?
That's my wife. She's the one that built it. My wife is, that's why when I say my wife is the power behind this, I honestly mean it. Because without her, she's the one that designs it. This is just a little bit of our team.
Dude, that looks amazing. Like, look at the ceiling. it looks like a freaking banquet hall, bro. You know what I mean? Like it looks like you're about to have like tea and crimpets over there, bro. It looks like
we
a
have
freaking
this is
castle.
crown molding and everything
Yeah, man.
else.
It's
She
beautiful.
built it. This right here is probably when we first started. It was this dude right here. This is Kurt, and this is Mark, and JM's not here, but it was literally Kurt was the first one. Mark and JM were the next two. They were my main SEO people. Then we added on 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it went from there to where it's at now.
Are Filipino guys, are they generally short? So like I'll be like a normal height guy over
you're
there.
normal height, dude. You're normal height. My wife's like 4'11". She wears heels just to,
Wow, I'll actually be finally
to pretend she's yeah. And then here's when we started working on the house. I'll try not to get too emotional, but we started
we
working
literally
on the
built
house.
it. Wow.
We literally built it. Before this, it was like 700 square foot.
Wow, bro.
Little hollow block thing. And then we started building it. This is where all my money was coming into. I remember when we were still building it and it was nothing but dust upstairs and there was none of these rooms. I had a desk upstairs with a little globe Wi-Fi so I could do some work with mosquitoes biting my ass at night, you know. And then we started building more and more and more. I mean, and then
that thing is huge. And that's 300K?
Yeah, that right now is 300-ish K. If I had this actual, here we go. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, so this is the house it was originally. This right here is the bed I slept on whenever I first came here.
Wow.
So this is the laundry shop that we opened. Here's me actually cutting hair, picking up laundry, delivering laundry.
Check out the beard, bro.
Stuff. Yeah,
That's
I have people say they want me to grow it back because it looked like ZZ Top.
Yeah, man.
It's like
cutting hair.
Yeah, I used to cut hair, dude. Yeah, I'm probably going to grow my beard back eventually, but that's where we started at. Man. And that's
whose little boy is that?
That is Rap. That is her sister's son, and he calls me dad. You know, he has a dad here, but they just call you father out of respect. You know,
nice.
I have another one in which it literally shows like at the apartments I used to be at was you have a whiteboard on the wall and it had 15 clients, and I used to pick up clients doing Craigslist, and it shows that, and stuff like that. So. When did Rank Fortress start? So here's a little clue for you. The term, even my brand, a VA came up with it for me. Brand name. I was going through it and I went, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. I don't know what to go with. I want something catchy but short. And he literally said, hey, well, what about this? I went, sounds good. Sounds catchy.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Fortress for my SEO and all this, and then we ran with it.
Yep.
So
like
that's how
Fortress, Rank Fortress. Yep.
I've had another company when I first started. I just did freelance work for the longest time. So all I ever did was freelance work. So, and then started the agency, and then I've learned many lessons. I had 12 VAs, and I fired all of them but 2. And then restarted up. And when I restarted, I had systems. And that's when I scaled real fast. Once I got the systems in place, had the right people, project manager. That's why I harp on project managers and get your project manager, get the project manager. And if you follow the
jobs for each person, that was a big lesson for you.
Yeah. And then tonight I met with my new floor manager, and we'll have lunch on Friday. Then he'll start on Monday. And then when he starts, I'm literally going to have him sit with each team and learn the processes. He knows no SEO, and literally teach them. You don't need to know SEO. You just need to know what they're supposed to do. Here's the SOP. They're supposed to be doing it, and make sure they're doing it, and go through, make sure everybody's doing their work. And if they're not, then, we deal with it. But
are you following the Rockefeller model? Is that what you run off of, the scaling, or no?
I have no clue, dude. That's over my head. I just know you need systems. If you have systems, it works. And I don't want to be like, for instance, I've told my boys, I don't need to do the SEO. I don't need an agency. I could retire and I live very well for the next, 20, 30 years. I don't have to have it. I have the money. I like doing YouTube, and I like doing the SEO. I like the community. But that being said, we did the agency, and that just kind of just happened. It wasn't something I went, hey, I want this huge ass agency. The boys know, for example, I have all them, I have heads, because my project manager and those heads enable me to do what I want to do, which is teach people SEO. I really want to teach people SEO. It's what I want to do. I don't want to actually, quote unquote, handle hundreds of clients. That's a pain in the butt. I'd rather do like enterprise SEO, get 5 clients, done.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, if I didn't have to run the agency, and it wasn't, I do the agency with my boys and help everybody else. If it was just for me, I would go, okay, here's 5 clients and do some rake and rent probably, but mainly the enterprise stuff, and make that, $100K or whatever a month, and then be fine with the 5 little clients. But,
I'm surprised you haven't moved to affiliate. That's really, that's what I've been.
I'm starting. That's what I've been starting doing. It's just trying to picking up on certain things. So, once again, I started getting in affiliates and everything a little bit, and I've seen how much money you can make off of affiliates, which was mind-boggling to me. But I want to get into like what Craig and them do, which is go find a site, get the site, buy the site for whatever, and get it ranking and flip it, that sort of thing.
Well, just catch it back up and move it on. Yeah. Like not going for the long haul. Yeah, little 6-month flips. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. And going from there, I show people. I didn't show you this, but I don't think you've seen this. Like, this is I've told people this is my why, my children. This is my daughter.
Beautiful.
Lili. That's my mother-in-law and wife. My wife used to do baking and stuff whenever we lived in the States.
Little snack.
That's my mama. That's my sister. But that's my why. My kids. That's my son. That's him when he was younger. This is us in the States. But they're the reason. She's the pal. I tell the boys, she's the mama. You better listen to the wife, because she'll shut this whole bitch down. She'll be like, so fair. And the year it started, it's 2021, so right around 2019, and it's when, if you will, Rank Fortress, quote unquote, when did COVID begin? It's like right around 2019. I think it was right around March, April, May-ish, something like that.
Beautiful thing.
So, all right, we're going to get off here. No questions and stuff, and I'll let you go. I know my wife's probably like, what the hell is going on?
What are you guys doing?
And Chris is a 2-hour at least meeting.
Hey, we enjoy ourselves.
No, that's a
challenge. I got some work I got to do too. I got an appointment here in a few minutes, but it's been a pleasure. Thank you, William.
I appreciate it, buddy. You have a good one and be blessed. I'll see you guys later.
Yep. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
SEOs that hate me and say that I'm still in their methods. They bitchin' and cry, labeling me SEO Black Hat. Was a nobody, now I'm at the top. Most wanted, most loved, bad business owners, and hated by most SEO opponents. You think you're an SEO god, but you're an SEO fraud. Guess I'm the SEO devil, shouting fuck the SEO guys. White hat SEO doesn't make sense, going with the goody goodies. Up in heaven dressed in white, I like black Timbs, I like black hoodies. Fake SEOs up there probably have me